Thank you, Bibia, Niamo Bibia Aquaba, a day about work studios. So, we did the doctor Osafo, na and ne, and so, yes, I'm sorry to us if we last week, baby, you be a year and Cheshire Nana Woxika, a day in a film. And unti, much so bring out that year, na wire day, now like it, or subscribing our share, a huge medium. Ama one more. Sebio, one more sanyam here message no more so pensa etimi akemi. Welcome to Work Studios. Welcome to Work Studios. Today we are about to continue with the next segment of the program. We left off last week and then we told you that we'll be continuing this week. So kindly bear with us, share, like, and then subscribe to the channel so that all those who may not be privy to this information can spread.
So you speak with such kind of strength that your throat begins to open layers for you. Because that's one thing people don't understand. Your throat is made up of layers. Okay, when I talk about layers, it's made up of steps of frequencies, like this. Okay. It's made up of steps of frequencies, like this, all the way to your tongue, to the tip of your tongue. So all these frequencies, you have a way of opening them. And once you begin to tap into the energy that is possessed in each of them, whenever you open it, your words carries weight.
Wow. So using the tongue must be sacred.
Yes. The tongue is, you don't speak. That is why I told that in the beginning of your first form as a star seed, you didn't speak, you felt. When you begin to utter words, you can't speak symbols. What if I draw this particular symbol and tell you that speak this symbol, what will you say?
Minia, what they want no I can near my be and internet is here or Casa and Yagman. Office, or some crowd, or more from Mudiwachi, or move our Samuel yourself. If you say to me, no one be. I don't know any untouched man. Yankopon, a yet my say, Quabasa season, ka wow. Nanka, o cre unami swanka tilmono, nanka fenini. Christo a owo muno, obaye so ba cherew. Send your hunu kwanya anka wode touch no tumi beba wanum na wo touch no etimi anya information e dey free asase so na timi aboa honhom ati wo no ama anka timi nyini ti apia den en asisia o kasa asema obeka no enwie peye ade na asisia no o testi ade krampo a untimi nya sunsum nkyerase ne mpo enfiri if you say what say wo touch no and it is where Adiana Babetre, but Yensia the infrim. If we say, and Churchill we no, Emma, yea, atse, soon muniama, if I ain't yankasa, you're going to where was I see so. Baby, I can fear any baby and a baby pea.
Yeah,
any baby at that, yes, I call. And intimacy. And ma will touch a man and two centibia. And intina Christo mpoka se won sabako wo Bible ni mu a Mose kra ka se won sabako ne hawa ka to twene emma wo tachrema enya wo suntidua.
Okay, so when you look at the reason why certain people say certain things and they are not taken for seriously, people don't understand the connection of your throat to your tongue. Okay. Because once you are taking in those things, it causes your tongue to lose its strength. You see?
Right.
So once it loses its strength, your throat becomes powerless. So like every single time, most people that lie inside of this world, they are the ones that are never taken for seriously. They are never taken seriously. Immediately they begin to open their mouth, then everybody will be like, oh, if it is this guy there, Charlie Alolo there, this guy can lie, Papa.
Because the tongue is already corrupted.
The tongue is corrupted. You need to let the tongue, you need to let these practices, you need to let it go. You need to refresh the tongue by producing certain frequencies without writing, frequencies that doesn't have a writing form.
Baba, not to also confuse our viewers, please like, subscribe, and then also share. We are talking of sense of taste.
Yes.
But because the sense of taste is with the mouth, our sense of taste is with the tongue, we are trying so much to not limit the tongue, the function of the tongue only to the taste. That is why we are, deliberating more on the use of the tongue. So basically, it is just the use of the tongue.
Yes.
And taste is one aspect of the use of the tongue.
Yes.
Okay. So we are talking about the tongue as a whole and the mouth as a whole, and what to use the tongue and the mouth for.
Yeah.
Baba, please continue.
So when it comes to you getting the most part of your mouth or your tongue that speaks, you need to refresh the energy that is inside of your throat. We have something called a throat chakra.
Right.
When we begin to talk about, we have already begin talking about your physical self.
Right.
And when you became physical, the energy that God has turned or you have turned from a 9 to a 6. Is the depositioning of your energy centers according to vibrations. Okay, you've situated them according to vibrations of your needs. Okay, right. So you picking your first form of yourself represents the root chakra. Okay, which is like the depiction of what your blood is. Your blood is red. The first form of yourself moving from electricity into matter is red. So when we finish talking about what the Christ is and what the Antichrist is, and I start moving into your body system, we'll delve inside much deeply into this, then we'll break it down and let you understand things into a much deeper context.
Right.
Yes. Right. But for now, let's just continue with the other senses,
Okay.
So that when we get there, then we get there.
Baba.
Doctor.
The teachings are getting interesting.
Yeah.
And your people love it. Your people love it.
It's good. It's good. Just don't listen to it, okay? Try to practice. Try to put it into effect. There are some of my videos still on TikTok that is teaching you how to put these things into practice. Okay, we'll get there in much deeper form, but I don't want to rush you with things. Okay, so we'll take one step at a time. Okay, we've talked about your physical senses in relation to what Christ is. Okay, I've just given you a sum up, a letter about what it represents. When we begin talking about your innermost selves, then we can pick each of them again, and then we'll go deeply into them and then connect it to the energy centers of your being, which is like the pieces of your soul. Then you will get and understand what it means.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So let's continue from where we left off. Okay, like I said, we'll go much deeply into things when we start breaking down your chakras, because each of them is in relation with your energy centers, and by way of you practicing or doing certain kind of attributes goes a long way to either influence it for it to awaken to its fullest form or put it even down to sleep in a much deeper sense. Okay, so this is what we are talking about when I say we should continue from Christ. Okay, Christ as a physical vessel, as a star, as you. Okay, so we've talked a bit about your sense of taste. We are going to talk about your sense of touch. Okay, because I don't want it to be like we've moved from one physical aspect of interpreting information into a spirit form. Because if you look at smell, if you look at hearing, all isn't physical. None of them is physical. So the next physical thing closer to what the taste is your sense of touch.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So that is what we are going to be looking at. What is the sense of touch? All right. So when it comes to your sense of being able to touch, this is your being. Okay. When it comes to this guy, I know how to draw. Okay, this is your physical sense of being. And when it comes to this physical sense, it is made up of layers. Okay, your body is made up of complex different systems, from the way that it is arranged in your circulatory system, from the way that it is arranged in your respiratory system, from the way that it is arranged in your nervous system. Like it goes into schematics.
Right.
And all these schematics sum up to be able to give you your sense of touch through the interpretation of the brain. Okay, so when it comes to what your brain is, your brain is what is holding all the information about your physical senses.
Right.
So when it comes to your sense of touch, it happens to do with the smaller extensions. Let me clean this first. Okay. So this is like you from a 1 and then 0. When I was talking about you being a sperm cell. Okay. It's like you from being 1 and 0.
Okay.
From the head, you grow down the spine. Okay. This becomes the spine.
Okay.
That is the first form of yourself. And from this spinal cord, then you begin to grow extensions of itself. Okay.
Which is the two hands and then the two legs.
The 2 hands and then the 2 legs.
Okay.
Every part of your body, from the crown of your head to the roots of your feet, when someone makes a body contact with any part of yourself, you feel it. You feel certain kind of grinding between you and that person.
Right.
So that is what the physical self does. That is what your nervous system does. And your nervous system carries the electricity. The electricity deals with you being able to harness your ability from a physical, from a spirit sense into a physical form.
Okay.
So if you want to understand the body into a deeper context, okay, you can't deal without the touch, the sense of touch. And the sense of touch is classified under 3 forms. Okay? The first form being, okay, let me put it like, the first form being the solid state. The second state being the liquid state.
Okay.
And the final state being the gas state.
Okay.
Okay, these are 3 forms. They are all a depiction of what the touch, the sense of touch is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Mami enka dia baba echre yasia yeto aso e de free baby a yeja ho ye dikan ka se wo testi ade a na ye kan tachema ne ho asem no ene de tachema no etimi ye ne kwan a tachema no etimi boa a sunsun mu eboa wo ma ho nyini afi ye ba touch e kan se wo de wo ho e kan bi touch ne nya wo nsanko a onan etimi kan bibi oni padua ne nyina etimi kan bibi intenne ye kan the sense of touch. Na sense of touch no baba e kire mu se sense of touch no egumu ahodo miensa ye wode e solid ye kan se bio wodi ade a wodi betimi di wani ho ade a wobetimi di wonsa aka ana se woni padua aka ye wode e nsuo akoye sensuo e form ene ye wode a frama e form nti saa niema miensan ho e no ba beka a kire yen kwan a saa miensa no eboa ema yetimi perceive ade a friend say touch baba mba choto aso.
Okay, so when it comes to the first form of it, that is what is most common to everybody else.
Okay.
Okay, your physical self. And when I talk about the spirit, let's start from a sense of light. Okay, your body in a sense of light.
Okay.
Because you dream and then you travel out. You are able to visit different dimensions. Some of you are able to do astral projections. All the other rest is a way of your body. You are having a body. When you move out of this body, you still have a body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So we'll talk about them too when we start talking about your energy centers.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to the first form of yourself, which is like the spirit form, is the gas. Okay. The gas now represents something that inside of yourself is called the electromagnetic field.
Okay.
Okay. When it comes to the electromagnetic field, it is an invisible line. Okay, an invisible torus or a torus field. Okay. Like it's like a balloon. Okay. From the very moment that you started building up your physical body from the uteruses of your mother. Okay. That is when that thing started taking effect. That is what they call the embryonic sac. Okay, that is it. So from that very beginning, it builds your life or your physical vessel according to the experiences of this world. Okay. So what it does is that it sends out vibration from you being a seed, okay, inside of the uteruses of your mother. It sends out frequencies outwards to every part of this world. Okay. And whenever it gets outside of this world, the whole of this place is made up of water. Okay. So this particular water, when it hits the resonance of the water, it bounces back. Okay? When it gets to the resonance of what the water is, it bounces back. And that is how you build up yourself from inside of the uteruses of your mother until you are ready to come out. That is how you know that when I come into this world, I will need a liver. When I come into this world, I will need the lungs. When I come into this world, I will need this, I will need that. So all this, is a way of you already being the alpha and the omega, entrusting everything that has to do with physical, building by your own self. You build yourself up.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So from this particular place, you reflecting this particular energies that goes upwards is what is being produced by this electromagnetic field. And this electromagnetic field is there as a result, okay, of you having both divine feminine and divine masculine brain. I told you in the beginning that your brain is divided into man and then into woman.
Right. Baba, just touch on the electromagnetic. It seems it is two words put together, which is electric and then magnetic. Can you just briefly, so that those who do not understand what it means to be surrounded by electromagnetic field, would understand it?
All right. So, electromagnetic field comprises of two things. Okay. It is the electric nature of yourself.
Okay.
And when I talk about an electric nature, if you have done any studies in school, you understand that what they call a cell has something called an electron and has something called a proton, and has something called a neutron.
Right.
This neutron has the ability to distinguish between the left part of yourself and the right part of yourself. Okay. So when it comes to this electricity, that is the highest form of light. Electricity is always depicted as a negative charge.
Right.
Because for you to be able to pick up the resonance of the highest frequency, you need to lose what it means to be physical. Okay. So when you lose what it means to be physical, you become negated. You become negative. That is what the electrons are. Okay.
Right.
The negative aspect part of it tells you the electric part of it. That is why it flows in a very quick speed. It travels in light speed.
So in this case, can we say that electricity represents your spirit?
Yes.
Okay.
It represents the light. Like I told you, like when it comes to your electromagnetic, your divisions of what physically represent. This is one thing that is physical, and this is another thing that is physical. Okay. Right. So when it comes to your electric,
the first one is spiritual.
Yes. The first one is spirit, depending on the context that you are explaining things.
Right.
The thing is, if you are looking at things usually from one perspective, you don't see the entire truth. Okay. Me telling you that this is spirit simply means that you are made from a spirit self and then you condense down into another spirit
which is
form.
your north and south.
Yes. Yeah. So the east and the west is what is representing your physical manifested self in various beings or various forms.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All of it depicting the alpha and then the omega of creation.
Okay.
So when it comes to what your electric nature is or what your gas nature is, it is representing this. Okay?
Right.
And when it comes to your physical self, this is the earth system. Okay? You are inside of this world. You are inside of a plane. And in this particular plane, it takes the negative part of yourself to move electricity from the root part of yourself to push that electricity all the way from down there, because your body like this is divided into two. Okay?
Your left and right.
Yes, one part of it being electric. And the other part of it being magnetic.
Okay.
So energy moves in both this way and that way. Part of yourself absorbs energy and the other part releases energy.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
That means you putting these two things together in one particular form. Okay?
We understand it now. Mijidi says, it's gas state na baba can was na or say gas state no or Bobby Biswa or can say electromagnetic field. And na oba asasi so no di can cry eno na di communicate wo na yem anasa o ma me yem ansana oba asase so and it is electromagnetic field and I'm sure say on more ne tofa kakra na yenti ase no so electric no ejina ma wo electricity
haina
ewo mu no na your friend is saying magnetic ne so and also and also na ye woni padua no it is electromagnetic field no ye wo han no any woni padua no aka bom and a form is how gas wo gas state no eno na baba e ka ho asem iti afi ye behwe kwan asa gas state no e fa so a e boa e ma so sense of touch no iti me ye adwuma.
Yes, so if it comes to that particular kind of movement of energy or movement of electricity, immediately say from the crown, you get the understanding that from the crown of your head, which is this place, to the roots of his feet, okay, from the crown to the root is made up of electricity. Okay, these small tiny extensions of your root self, okay, your nervous system is made up of two things. Okay, your central nervous system and then your peripheral nervous system.
Right.
When I talk about these two things, it happens to be the central part of it talks about your brain and that one particular spinal cord.
Oh.
That is the central of it. The center. This is the center of it. So when you're talking about the central nervous system, you are talking about the crown, from the crown to the roots.
Right.
Okay.
Through which passes through your spine.
Yes, which passes through your spine to the root system. Okay.
Right.
And when we are talking about you being magnetic, okay, it simply means that you have the ability to pull energy current from this side or from this side, okay, to turn it into a shield
around you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if you are talking about the electricity down here or the gas state of yourself, okay, it is the first form of the spirit that you take when you are inside.
Right.
Immediately you are born into this dimension, then it moves into a different dimension.
Okay.
It is still there. You are still in the middle, but it is covering you. Okay.
So this is what sometimes we call your aura.
No, when it comes to aura is different.
Oh.
Yeah. If it comes to aura is what is leaking from your electromagnetic field.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
These are auras. Your aura depicts the kind of mood or the kind of levels of emotional imbalance or balance that it is picking from yourself through the electromagnetic field, and then it is displayed.
Okay, so this sense of touch, can people really touch this? Can it be touched?
Can it be
touched? Yes, the electromagnetic field.
It can be felt.
And that in itself
is touch.
Is touch, yeah.
Okay. At a particular level, it is touch.
Right.
Touch, that's why I'm explaining that it varies in forms. Okay, in a gas form,
state.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is why you can usually someone will come outside or someone will be outside of your gate, and yet you can feel that there is someone or there's something at this particular place. The person didn't touch you physically with the solid way of contact, but it is able to touch you through the gas way of contact, which is through your electromagnetic field.
You felt the presence.
You felt the presence.
So whenever you feel the presence of something, you've
indirectly touched it.
You've had what we call some form of communication.
Yes.
With that thing.
Yes. Immediately you touch something, okay? That thing's particular electromagnetic field, okay? Let's say this is you and this is that person, okay? Immediately that your fields begins to touch each other like this, okay? The cells within it begins to talk to each other.
Wow. Me ka bibi kakra baba kan ma chere yenuanuma omo so twi no na omo eka no gas no electromagnetic field no eyade a ewo ho a sabio yemfa ye ni ho ti emame busa baba se eba ne sen na ye feel say electromagnetic ye betimi attach say electromagnetic field na baba se utimi feel say electromagnetic field na the enti a utimi feeling say I had to say wakura a daimo. Na obi ebia abegyina wachi. Ujina hono bi abegyina wachi. Umfa weni hu nipa no. Se ujina wachi. Enso unya atenka bi se obi gyina wachi. Sa atenka na wunya no. Eye o sense of touch no. Ena eye adwuma. De etimi essence niema eye gas in nature no. Eno ena eye adwuma. Eno nti se ka sa sense of touch na. Se wo de wo ho ka bibi wo bra wo mfa wo ni peduane nka de no. Eno ena baba explaining this here amayate ase no.
Yes. So when you are able to feel in such a way, most people usually feel like it's a coincidence.
Right.
Okay, it's a coincidence. Right. So like, oh, I felt like there was someone there, but there was actually someone. Because at that particular moment, or failed, it can widen.
Right.
That's one thing people don't understand.
Okay. Answer Baba to us. Before Baba continues, I just want us to run a simple exercise. Just rub your palm like this. If you are home, and if you want to understand that sense of touch, just rub your hand like this, your palms like this. Just rub your palms, just like this, and just do this. Good. Now bring it together. Good. And now pull it back. What do you feel? You feel that electromagnetic field, right?
You feel some tension.
You feel some tension in between your palms. Yes. You have not touched your palm, yet you feel it, and it's very strong, right? Yeah. Good. Say the me patching and say found some no yeni say. Aha, o pesa wo te de sa touch na baba e kan wansem na. Ye onsa say afi biemu kakra. Aha, sa ka bo hu ye say wo pia ba. Onsa wo te bibi wo onsem. Onsa ni mienu nka emu bia o. Enso no o feel say bibi wo mfimfin. Na sa de kro ne so ano ye din. The boy. Aha, eno na yes a sense of touch na wo gas na won ho na baba e ka won ho asem no wo electromagnetic field no. Yeah. Why? Baba, please continue.
So when you feel it that way, mostly what it means is coaching. Okay, you need to nurture it, but you not having the awareness to understand how your electricity inside of yourself works, usually makes things a little bit complicated.
Okay, so Baba, how does the sense of touch, how are we supposed to have used it, to help our Christ in us? The Christ in us. How are we supposed to now have used our sense of touch to help our spirit state grow?
Okay. So, like I said, there are 3 ways to which you experience touch. Okay.
Now we've talked about the gas state.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the liquid and then solid, and then we come to how this also helps us.
Okay. So when it comes to the way in which the sense of touch, is able to be experienced through the gas format. Okay. To put it plainly, you have something you call a dream.
Okay.
Okay. You can do it consciously, you can do it unconsciously. When you are doing it consciously, it becomes astral projection. Okay. When you are doing it consciously, I said consciously.
Consciously.
When you are doing it through the astral projection, astral simply means that a plane of light.
Where you are projecting to.
Yes. So you are projecting yourself from a solid form all the way to an astral plane, to a light form.
Okay. So now you are touching that aspect of yourself.
Yes.
That is in the gas state.
Being conscious of self.
Right.
Most people can find it very difficult to do astral projection because of what is inside of their bodies. They are still in so much denser state. Okay.
So they cannot touch they
cannot touch that particular vibration that allows more electricity to flow from the crown of their heads all the way to the roots of their feet. Okay. They can't access that much electricity.
Wow.
The only way they can do that is if they go to sleep.
Okay. So aside the experiment we just did, another way to also experience touch through the gas state is through astral projection.
Yes.
Okay.
It's through astral projection. Astral projection, when you want to practice it, Mostly people tell you it's very dangerous. The thing what is dangerous about yourself is ignorance.
Right.
Okay? I'm not telling you that this is how you astral project. But if you start lying down, if you start the elimination process of cleaning the body in order to vibrate higher,
Right.
you will definitely start lying on your back. Okay, when you lie down, just lie down physically on your back.